Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look again at Solana, seeing what's going on here. Good news is Bitcoin feels like it's starting to find its bottom. We probably are going to see one more leg down, of course, but what I'm getting at, simple way to understand it, is that Bitcoin dominance is pulling back. And generally speaking, we're starting to see a lot of altcoins start to stabilize. So is Solana one of those? We're going to see if we can identify that, of course. But the truth here is that it's still a little early to tell. But this is a good sign to leading into the weekend. So my speculation is if things can continue to maintain the way that they are, with altcoins, Bitcoin dominance being where it's at, that just kind of stabilizes. We should see some, at the very least, a relief rally to retest the descending trend lines for most altcoins. Okay, so take a look here. This is last month worth of liquidation. Let's actually look at the last 7 days and kind of see here. There are some longs here at about 129. So again, that's pretty common once those lower area of liquidities are swept. We can see that price action is recovering nicely. So while that's there and that's present, it doesn't mean we're necessarily going to see the price action come back down any lower, but it does imply too there's some longs there that could essentially get destroyed. But my personal thought is that you're probably pretty safe taking a long right now. Again, just the overall sense of the way that altcoins are responding to Bitcoin. Because again, Bitcoin pulled back just like it has 3 or 4 times already, and this time finally we don't see that belly flop from altcoins, so it's kind of nice. Anyways, that's kind of where we're at there, just the general sense. Let's look at the daily time frame, work our way down, and kind of see where we're at here, because daily time frame is really just going to continue to reiterate that we're not in great shape. We're holding above the 200-day SMA. This is kind of a saving grace there. Again, holding steady at 130, 131 or higher is ultimately what we're looking for, because again, we're in that lower support range. And just keep in mind this range that I have here, this green little box, that's basically that's based on the larger volume profile. So if we kind of zoom out, this kind of area that hasn't been filled, and we have a lot of support below and above the price. Okay, so basically reaffirming that if we were to see Solana take off in either direction, we need a definitive close below or above this level. Okay, again, once you get below a volume profile or above it, the stronger chance you have of success in that range. As you can see, the price action when it pulled down here, for example, it maintained this level for about 3 or 4, almost 5 or 6 days if you count the candle wicks before it broke below. Okay, so ideally in a perfect world, we get a good 5 or 6 candles here, and the price comes back up and gets to that upper resistance range. Just some things to kind of think about, but that's more macro perspective here. Again, we're not in dire straits, but not phenomenal either. This is like a 70% bearish still. Again, we're bottoming out a little bit here, getting closer to 30 on the RSI, MACD, stochastic. I think starting to plateau. So I do feel like the bottom is getting closer. So don't just take a long position to take one, but I can tell you that you're probably going to have a little bit more success taking longs in the next 48 to 72 hours than shorts, just based on how today has started. Okay. Now, do you take a trade based on that? No, definitely not. So keep in mind, I'm not promoting a long position, just saying in general, there's a feel that's coming into the market right now that we might be starting to find our bottom, considering how poorly Bitcoin's doing and how well most altcoins are starting to level out. All right, just some things, food for thought. Anyways, way too early to tell, but we are still below all moving averages. That is truly bearish, so please don't mistake that. Consolation I talked about earlier. Same thing here. We're still under 50 on the RSI. Stochastic's trying to swing up, and MACD is trying to converge, but these are just little, again, it's nothing special. All right. So when I have this X on the chart, keep in mind we were looking for a closure at 145 or higher. In truth, on the daily candlestick, preferably if in 2 days in a row. And I know what you're thinking. Like, wait, I'm just going to take a long to get to that level. It's 10% gain. All right, let me know how that works out for you. Honestly, I hope it does. Personally, it's not like a bad thing. It's just that with the way things are right now, we need to wait longer for confirming factors for long positions in most cases, and it's just not really optimal right now. Now, again, if we start to stabilize here, Bitcoin keeps pulling back, and Solana starts holding this level very strong, then that would be a consideration for a long position. I really don't think we're going to see anything much lower, in the overall sense for Solana, because the majority of all liquidation has been swept. Okay. So we really don't have much left to the downside. There's less incentive to push it down. But the truth is here, we're still under the cloud, lagging spans starting to intersect. So that's kind of letting us know that window of opportunity for a short is closing. And then same thing with the conversion line, it's getting closer to the baseline. So we got some slight indications here letting us know that shorts should consider securing profit and that you might want to consider hitting that reverse button in the relative near future. And again, might consider, those are all things that we want to take very much into consideration here because it's, again, way too early to tell. Bitcoin pulls back to that 63,000 mark, that liquidity sweep. We will see one more big leg down for some altcoins, or there's a possibility of that. It doesn't seem like it's less. It seems like it's less likely and less probable because of the fact that the way things are working out here, we're starting to bottom out for most alts, where Bitcoin keeps going down. Generally a favorable sign, but once more, too early to tell. So if you do insist on taking a long position, absolutely low leverage, low position size. Don't get super crazy. I know you probably see them, Tom, Dick, and Harry online right now with their 100x leverage trades, flexing their muscles, showing how awesome they are. But you look at how many times they've gotten stopped out. It's they'll probably never share that with you. Keep in mind, we got stopped out plenty of times this month. It's actually been one of our rougher months. This month and April were 2 red months, but you got to recognize we had 10 green months in the last 24, last year's worth of trading. So it's okay to take some losses once in a while. You got to calibrate and adjust, which we have. So again, make sure you read through our signals guide. I'm going to be updating that here shortly. And then more important too, just note that things are totally okay. It's all right, dude. It's okay. No worries. Hang tight. Trading is trading, right? If you are having trouble, completely struggling, watch through my Trading University videos specifically on emotional trading, and make sure that you just kind of calibrate, because it's okay. I got to take some breaks every once in a while. Try not to just burn yourself on both ends. Okay, enough about that. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and of course, hopefully learning. If you want to trade better, I recommend checking this link out here down below before the end of the month, just so you can get that benefit of these deposit rewards. No KYC or VPN required too. This exchange is phenomenal. We use them day in and day out, and help us grow our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, mainly TikTok and YouTube Shorts too coming your way. So check those out, folks. Hope you learned something. Again, thanks again so much for your time. We'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.